the puppeteer and the puppet. The puppeteer and the puppet. The puppeteer's intention is always different from that of the puppet. The puppeteer has a way he controls the puppet. So the puppet just submits to all the control of the puppeteer. Now, the puppeteer has this lifestyle of making the puppet believes believe that whatever he tells uh, him or her is just nothing but the truth. So the puppeteer took this currency. This is the Nigerian currency. This is 100 naira. Can you see that? This is 100 naira. 100 naira. So the puppeteer took two pieces, two of the pieces of 100 naira uh, that belongs to the the puppet. So the puppet has this is a 500 naira note. The puppet has a 500 naira note and a two piece of 200 naira. So the puppet has 700 naira. The puppet has 700 naira. Can you see that? This is the resources. This is the income. This is the gain. This is the blessings of the puppet. So the puppeteer came to the puppet and tells the puppet that let's have a deal. You are going to uh, give me some of the things that you have. I'm not taking it from you. I'm going to help you keep it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to invest that, and you're going to see the returns of it. So, for 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 good sake, now that you are free because you've gained freedom right now, so you can manage your resources yourself properly. But let's have a deal. You're going to have some of your income given to me to help you keep or to help you manage them properly, but you will still have a larger portion of it. So just give me a little of it. Give me a little of your resources. Let me help you manage uh, the resource for you. Then you take the larger part. Since you're now a free person, you've gained freedom right now. You take the larger part of it and use it for yourself. You just give me a little. So the puppeteer quickly took the 500 naira from the puppet and gave out two pieces of 100 naira to the puppet. And he tells the puppet that you have two pieces, I only have one pieces. You have two pieces of the notes, I only have one pieces. And the puppet believes that he has more, that he has more. The puppet believes that he has more because the puppeteer has made the puppet to believe that he has more. The puppeteer has looked for structures or ways to be able to convince the puppet that he has more. So is the puppet is only giving him a little, just a little of his resources, and he's taking more to himself because he is a free being today. So the puppeteer goes on with a 500 naira note, and the puppet goes on with two pieces of 100 naira note, thinking that he has more than the puppeteer. So he's happy going home. He's happy. He's rejoicing. My master is good. My master is a wonderful one. God has blessed me with a good master. See, he gave me two pieces of 100 naira notes, and he only took one piece of my money. He's a good person. He's a good person. I like the way he behaves. Truly, he has given me freedom. Now I understand that freedom is sweet. Now I understand that independence is the best thing in my life. Because my master gave me two pieces of 100 naira notes and he only took one piece of 500 naira note. This is what the enslavers, the colonizers, the West, this is what they did to all African nations that they colonized. You may just doubt this or argue this with me, but that is the truth. This is what they did to all the nations they colonized. So they took greater percentage of the goodies, they took greater percentage of the better income, they took greater percentage of our natural resources and are only giving us little. And we think they are truly good, wonderful people, but they know too well that we are foolish. They know too well that they are using the African people. They know too well that they are manipulating their colonized countries. Of course, I said that colonialism had to do with perpetual enslavement. They understand that the people they seem to have given freedom are still in their total control. So they will take a lot of our resources or take greater percentage of our resources and they will only give us little and will be happy. So any of the colonized country, if there's any individual, if there's any person, if there's any society, if there's any people in the colonized country that want to stand out after discovering that these colonizers or these enslavers or these Westerners have given us a little of our resources, so the Westerners will tell them to be rebels, to be wicked people. So they will tempt them with names, or they will give them names that will qualify them to be evil before the eyes of their brothers and sisters. That is what the Westerners do to the African nations. They have done that to our educational system. They gave us little and took much. And that is why, after doing all your educational programs in your African country, if you travel to their own country, they will still want to make you go through their own educational system. In fact, it's so funny that some higher school students that live, for example, Nigeria, maybe they were in SS3, senior secondary school 3. If they get to some areas in the Western world, they will need to bring them back to junior secondary schools. And those done with degree programs in African nations, if they get there, they will need to do other programs to enhance what they have studied in their own African countries. That tells you that what they give to you is not complete, it's not genuine, it's not true. They only gave you a little of what you're supposed to have. They've done that also. That's a method of giving us little and taking much in our political system. That is why in African nations that they have colonized, you don't carry out a free and fair elections as they define what is free and fair elections. You don't carry out a good election if you don't consult them. So you need to consult them. You need to pay them visits. You need to tell them that you want to also run for a particular political office, especially when it comes to the presidential elections. You need to see them and have deals with them. That if you come into the office, these are the things you need to do. These are the things they have done to the African nations, all the nations they colonized. All the nations they have colonized have this factor affecting them. They've done that to our religious system. They have helped us to spoil our ancestral religious system. took a lot of our religious artifacts, a lot of our religious elements to their own area, carefully preserved them as sacred objects. But they took them from African countries to their own country. And they are kept there, properly preserved. And they see those things as complete sacred. But they told us here that they were not good for us. And we gave them. And they gave us something else that does not qualify the religious system or the spirituality of the creator of mankind. They've done that to our economy also. So these aliens, African child, you just need to wake up and break yourself out from every chain of colonial enslavement in your thinking, your reasoning, your hearing, your smelling, your seeing, your talking. You just need to break yourself out from such mentality of perpetual enslavement. Break yourself out because the puppeteer is not yet ready to let the puppet go. The puppeteer is not yet ready to let the puppet go. But you need to go. You need to break the chains and go for good. That is what you need to do. So, be wise, African child. Be a true African child and ensure you promote the values, the cultures, the tradition, the religiosity, spirituality, and the Africanness of the African child. See you.